Great job, Richard. Right, moving on. We've got a gentleman from across the pond. He's coming back from the southern state of Alabama in the United States. Please put your hands together for Brandon, everybody. Brandon Shawn.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, everybody. So I've recently been watching some singer-songwriters. And I noticed that they always, when they go up, they'll sort of, they tell you what they're going to do and where it came from, and then they do it. Which, yeah, so I thought I'd try that a bit with comedy. So, here we go. Thanks a lot, everybody. I really want to thank you for being here, and just want to say before I forget, if you like my work and want to support me further, I have some CDs in the back. I have some NSYNC and some Boys to Men. They're just 2-year reviews, so it really would help me out a lot. I'd appreciate that. So with this performance, I'm going to sort of do an opener and then go into some other material, which hopefully you'll like. Some of it's new. If you don't like it, I'll go back to the old shit. But if you do like it, I'll probably keep going ahead with it and try to end on something strong. But what I feel is strong at home, you might not think is strong. So we'll see about that. Thank you. Here it goes. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Alright. I'm fine, thanks for asking. Yeah, doing good. So, I am really from Alabama. I know a lot of people like to say now that they're from Alabama. So it's like, Alabama is like the New York City of Alabama. It's just where the shit is at. But Alabama's very famous right now. It's like Malta. Whenever it's in the news, it's always bad news. Nothing good happening. So Alabama is in the news right now for... Why are we in the news?
Banning abortion.
Banning abortion. That is right. We are aborting abortion. So, and that's, the thing that people don't understand, like as a native Alabamian about that, is that we're actually very competitive. And we were very upset by the fact that our king, Donald Trump, is going to be building a wall between the U.S. and Mexico, and instead we want to build a wall between every woman and her uterus, which I think is admirable for myself, so I'm all for it. People in Alabama were very serious about abortion, very serious about birth control. Like if you get caught wearing Crocs and cargo pants, you'll be put in jail. Immediately, there's no waiting for that. I forgot to grab my instrument here, hold on. Can I grab this? I'll be careful.
Yeah.
Sorry, what singer-songwriter without a
Bass guitar.
A bass? Right. Very in tune, I'm sure. All right. So I was thinking I was going to start in with some jokes. These are for intelligent people. So I need the bass because I don't really know if y'all are going to get the jokes. So I'm going to sort of help myself out a little bit with that. So. Can I get a beautiful assistant over here? Somebody, thank you. All right, you're gonna have to hold that.
Take away the pick from the strings.
Sorry, yeah, it's not very glorious, but it's all right. So I thought I'd start off with some rhetorical questions, because who doesn't like rhetorical questions? Yeah, I got married recently. That's my wife over there. She's beautiful. She's like my trophy wife. Look at her. She's so put together and matchy, but I gotta tell you, my ex-wife, she was like, at first she looked pretty good, but then after I got done with her, she was just like falling apart and all chaotic. So she's kind of more like my atrophy wife. If you're into guys who are big into detail, I'm just not your typo. And FYI, I hate abbreviations. The other day I was trying to pick up some women at the bar, I should say many days ago, years, honey, back when I was attractive. And I was doing all right with this lady, and then this guy came up and he was like, oh yeah, I'm an author and I've been writing this book, and I was just like out, so I pretty much just got author's cock blocked. Somebody asked me the other day, do you eat carpaccio? And I said, rarely. Sometimes, you know, anybody here know what a synonym is? What is it? Say it loud so you look smart and get laid tonight. Nobody knows.
Sort of like something?
Sort of, most things are sort of like something, but yeah, a synonym is a word that you could like replace with another word. You know, I know examples. Yeah, well, here's one that I thought would work. So usually when you say like, I'm sorry, you know, you bump into somebody, you say I'm sorry, or you say I apologize, and it's the same thing, right? It's a synonym, it means the same thing. So the other day I was at this funeral and everybody was walking up and they were like, you know, my condolences, you know, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm really sorry. I wanted to like mix it up a little bit, so I was like, I apologize. But, yeah, getting handcuffed is not always sexy. I'll say that. I also thought I had a few, I think I'm okay here, thank you. Some homonyms. You know what homonyms are? Those are words that sound exactly the same, but they're spelled differently. And I got some good examples of them for you here. Somewhere. There we go. Woo! Asking. 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 It's kind of like Butt Brothers, but all right, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Moving on along here. If I was a real comedian, I would remember my set, but like Hungry over here, Jesus Christ, man. Nice, well done. So I recently lost a job. Freedom. Yeah. So I tried to find some other work, and I started off doing some nude modeling. That didn't pay, it was just for exposure. And then I started getting some good ideas. Y'all ever notice like you get the best ideas while you're peeing? Anybody get that? Like, you know, you're all tense all day, then you just start to take a leak, and you're like, ugh. You know, your entrepreneurial station just gives you all these ideas for like new work you should start doing. So I got some of those. I got one on. I thought I'd start up this new French resort for stupid people, and I'm gonna call it the Je ne sais pas. Yeah. Yeah, I was offered one job, and it's just making holes in wood all day, but it was boring. That's right. I do accept pity laughs, thank you. That's I got this other job out cutting hair, but I wasn't really good enough to cut the whole hair, so they just let me cut like the front of the women's hair. And the job sucked, but it had really good French benefits. Yeah. Somebody asked if I wanted to do some ancient Japanese theater, and I said no. Oh yeah, that just bombed like Chernobyl prize. That was really good. That's okay. Silence is good. I'll tell some other bad ones in a second. We'll keep going. All right. Yeah. I got hired by this like master chef, and he was making omelets, and he wanted me to he wanted really fluffy eggs, you know. And so I was really nervous. I was like, you know, whisking them, and it wasn't really working, so I whisked a little bit harder to see what working. They were getting less and less fluffy and harder, and I tried to stop, and it was just terrible. And then I forgot my punchline, which was, oh yeah, the harder I tried, the worse it was, and it was just a viscous cycle. All right, I'll leave on that one. Thank y'all. Thanks very much.
Brandon Shaw, everybody. Come on, let's give him a big round of applause now. Go on.
All right.
Nice job, Brandon.